Good morning, YouTube. Scott Litt here, owner of Iron City Power Washing. Happy 4th of July. You're probably wondering why I'm working on 4th of July. It's because we have to get this big job done before the end of this week. I took a short day on Friday, had Saturday and Sunday off. So I'm here. So the scope of this work, well, let me back up a bit. We're at Simmons Middle School. This is a Hoover School. Hoover School System is one of our larger clients. We've cleaned their high school a couple times, their stadiums. At the high school, now we're cleaning this middle school. They have a lot of schools all over the place. So this is just the beginning of a lot of work. So what we're doing here, all the sidewalks around the perimeter of the building. We have a lift coming tomorrow to clean all the black on the brick around the perimeter of the building. He would prefer us not to use SH, otherwise I could possibly 12 volt that and then use my shooter tip, knock all that black stuff off. But they weren't really sold by the process of soft washing and saucing it. I told them we'd be wetting their plants throughout, but they didn't want to risk it. So we're going to be doing it the old-fashioned way, getting up there in a lift, and I'll probably use my X-Jet nozzle, pretty wide fan, and just knock all that off, rinse the windows. So that'll be happening tomorrow. Today, we're going to focus on the flat work. So my business partner worked yesterday in one of our VA hospital accounts that we do monthly, and our helper, our technician, is being a slacker. And I say that because he watches my channel, and he's at the lake with his family, which is totally fine. I told him he could. I actually have a guy named Junior, a really good dude from Costa Rica. He's coming to help today, potentially someone we're going to hire full-time for next year. Just waiting to see what this economy does. But he's going to come help us. So yeah, I'm about to clean from that point there all the way down and around, and I'm going to get Junior to start on that back side. So let's crank up and get going. So I've got really good water pressure, so I'm able to just keep on boogieing. So it's going really well. I've completed all of this, got all the way down and around. I had to stop like right there. I should be able to boom over with the lift tomorrow and get the rest of that. Our potential hire is here. Let's go see how he's doing. Gotten all this. I am going to post-treat the sidewalks. Done all this. Got some of the wall there. And then you can tell where I stopped. right there and there. All right, here's our helper for the day. Crushing it, baby. Got a nice setup. That guy is running a 3.5 gallon per minute, 16-inch surface cleaner. Does phenomenal work. You know, I would rather have someone out here who pays attention to detail, who knows what they're doing. They don't have to, just because you have nice equipment doesn't mean you're going to do good work. I've seen some sloppy work. I've seen some big swirls from big surface cleaners. The guy's probably showing up with 28-inch surface cleaner, 8 gallon per minute machine. They don't know how to post treat. They don't know how to find a pace, and their work just doesn't look good. That guy, you know, he doesn't have the nicest setup, but his work looks phenomenal. I would rather have a guy who's going to do quality work than someone who shows up with this fancy rig and I'm paying them to do crappy work. So his work's really good. I just went and checked on it. So I'm very, very happy with this guy. Financially, if we can afford him before next year, we're gonna bring him on. So anyways, I'm gonna grab me some water. Got here at 8 and it is almost 10. Probably gonna work to about 1:30 or 2 since it is the 4th of July. Kind of make it a shorter day, but I'll catch up with y'all in a little bit. All right, guys, we are flying to this job. I cannot believe how much we've gotten done. So I'm about to pre-treat this dumpster pad area. We got a mixture of grease, we got rust, we got organic growth. So I poured the rest of my Wonder Store in here. I'm gonna X-Jet Wonder Store on here. I'm gonna let it sit for about 20-30 minutes. And I'm gonna go over it with the mini Mondo there. Just a little experiment, just see how Wonder Store does on all this. It's just gonna look a lot better. I do have my degreaser with me. I may put some of that on there just to see what happens. I use Big Ripper. Works pretty well. So, all right, let's pre-treat this, see what happens. Live action, baby, let's go. Let that sit for a while. Wednesday morning. We have finished pretty much all the curbs and sidewalks around the school. We've been using pressure on pretty much all the walls. I'll show you what we did yesterday. Apparently they had someone come out here 4 or 5 years ago and kill a bunch of grass, so they're very paranoid about chemicals and whatnot, which I understand. But over here where there's sidewalks, I've been saucing it. But right here you can tell there's a lot of vegetation, so. But I stopped right there at that middle seam. We cleaned all the way around that side. My technician is with my business partner doing a residential job right now. I'm not even going to attempt to crank my machine, get up there, all that kind of stuff. If I could sauce it, I would, but they don't want us to because of the grass. But over here, I've been using my 12 volt. I brought some aluminum brightener. I'm gonna try it on this rust, see how it does, but I don't know if you can see his little wet spots. That was all black. And there's some SH there. All of that was black down through there. As you can tell, we got trees. It'd be hard to get a lift through there, so I shortened my hose up to about 100 feet, bypassed my hose reel with some cam locks to get better flow, and it's working nicely. So only thing is these windows are getting SH on them, so I'm just rinsing them pretty heavily. I may just have to squeegee them at the end, but hey, part of it, I can't get my lift back here. So I'm about to set up my 24-foot ladder so I can hit that section up there. And then back over here, I'm gonna have to use chemicals. Even though there's plants, I mean, there's really no way to get all of that. So I guess I could get my lift, go in there and fan it, and then when my helper gets here, he can just water the ground down here, because it's gonna be really hard to get in there with the lift. But we always make it work.